The big story is about this drink. This is Khamere. So this is my face right there.
Your face?
Yes.
What's with the hair? It looks like Michael Jackson.
This I used to have.
Show the people out there. They gotta see this. Did you have hair? Did you have long hair?
I used to have dreadlocks on my head.
You did?
Yes.
What'd you do? Go bald like me, and then you decided to get rid of them?
Yeah, I changed. I just said, okay, I'm not young anymore.
Right.
You know.
You got it.
This is the hairstyle that requires a lot of time.
Okay.
So I don't have that time anymore.
All right.
So before I migrated to United States, I used to sell these drinks on the street in my hometown. This was after I dropped out of college on the second year. So I got home and I wasn't getting the visa. So I had to somehow start to make a living, you know. I couldn't just depend on my parents anymore on everything at 25. So I thought, okay.
Was this a drink that was popular anyway, or did you design it?
This is a popular drink
in your country.
Home. Yes.
Say the name of it again.
It's Khamere.
Khamere.
Yeah, it's Khamere.
Is that Arab?
No, it's Sesotho.
It is, okay. It's
Lesotho. It's Sesotho.
Okay.
Yes. So Khamere is quite a popular drink back home. We almost every family have their own recipe on how to make it, and we usually make it on big ceremonies like when we have graduations. Like back home, college graduations are quite a big thing because it's not easy for people to go into college and graduate. So whenever there's a graduation, there's a huge feast. We cook a lot of food and we brew a lot of khamere for the community.
Okay.
And when there's funerals, when there's any sort that we have to celebrate, we brew this. So my mom had her own recipe. So I liked the recipe and I said to her, you know what, maybe I can sell this on the street to make some money on daily basis and bake some scones. Yep. Like muffins. Yep. Take muffins and khamere and go on the street.
Was it a push cart that you used to sell it?
I usually would set up a little table, put some scones on the table and a bucket of...
Was it right in front of your house?
No, like all the way to the bus stop.
You go to the bus stop?
Yes, I left my home every morning with a bucket of khamere, like 5 gallons.
And you put them just on a table?
I just put them on the table. It was a foldable table. I put it there.
How would you get there to the bus station?
I used to take a wheelbarrow, put my bucket on, my 2 buckets,
and you'd walk to the.
And then I would push it to the bus stop. Put my muffins on the table, and actually very fast, like within a week, my stuff was getting popular. People would stop by me on their way to work, government workers. They liked it.
They liked what? The scones or the tea?
They liked the tea.
They liked the tea.
So I realized that every morning in about 3 hours, in less than 3 hours, I would run out of the tea. And then I had to make a plan to make more. So I started renting a building near the bus stop where I put a big deep freezer, and I would brew about 3 buckets, which is about 15 gallons of it, put them in the deep freezer, and I would pull buckets as the day went by and just bring the empty one, take the full one back on the street.
Where would you start brewing it in that building too?
Yes, I started brewing it in that building. I never went back home.
Right near the bus stop.
Yes.
So wasn't difficult for people to figure out where to get it.
Yes. So even when I was not in the street, people begin to know where I would be. I would be in that building either brewing some or just chilling.
What about the scones? Were those popular too, or?
the scones were popular because we even had orders, like people would order for their own ceremonies, like, hey, I have a funeral this weekend, can you bake me a 5-gallon bucket of scones? So they were really going together in it.
They go good together.
They go good together.
Is it popular in your country to have them together?
Yes.
I see.
It's like kind of a dessert. After eating, people like to have khamere.
Oh, they do. Oh, it's
yes.
a finishing.
Yes.
Finishing. So what's in it?
It's made from ginger.
Okay.
Ginger root.
Okay.
It's ginger root, brown sugar, and just some water and pineapple for flavoring. So it's actually ginger drink. So the pineapple part of it was just to give it a ginger pine flavor, which is actually good, and it gives it a very good smell too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm gonna try it, not now, but I'm gonna try it by the end of the interview.
Okay.
I have not tried it. So what image did you have in your head about the West and the United States then? What was it? What did you think everything was like?
Okay. The thing in my head was that I would land in the United States and I would get this good job, good money, you know.
Yeah.
Good life, go to Times Square anytime I want, because that's what we see on TV when you grow up. America is this big, great nation. There's always good pictures about it, good, nice families, you know.
Yeah, right.
So you grow up thinking, okay, maybe life is much easier on that side, you know.
Yep. And
at some point, I felt like maybe my ambition. I'm a very ambitious guy, so I always felt like maybe Americans are hard workers, and if I get there, maybe I could achieve something for myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you felt like in your country there wasn't enough opportunity for you.
There wasn't enough opportunity.
Why do you think there isn't enough opportunity in your country?
I'll just make a small example. I graduated from electrical school.
Yeah.
I was a qualified electrician. I got licensed, but immediately afterwards, I got home, but instead I felt like it was better for me to sell my own drink than to work electrical job, because it was low paying.
Yep.
It was kind of, I felt like not appreciated, you know.
It's almost like doctors don't get paid that much there.
No.
And they end up doing Uber driving or something like that.
Yeah, I felt
they
like
make more money than being a doctor.
I could not make a good living out of it. I felt like people who did like worked at government positions, they even earn much better than people who work hard, who went to colleges, you know.
Yeah.
I just felt it wasn't good enough for me, so I didn't do it.
Do you think that's changing in your country? Do you think? Or what? No?
Not really.
Not really. Is it just because they just haven't created a standard of living where you have to infuse it with some money, and therefore you could start the ball rolling to try to make it rise to the standard of the West, where when you need an electrician, you pay big money for an electrician. You don't pay little money for an electrician.
Of course.
Therefore, your house becomes worth more. People want to live in that house. They want the finer things, and therefore they're willing to pay for it.
I do think our government hasn't figured it out. Like,
it's tough, I know. It's attitudes, though. I think it's people rather than government, honestly. Yeah. It's like a habit. It's like anybody's habit. You get into a habit, and to try to get somebody to do something outside of that habit, whether it's a job or food, I mean, you just can't break. It's hard to get that thing going, isn't it?
Even when I go home to visit, because I go home at the end of every year when we close for the season.
You do.
Yes, even though this season we are opening
Yeah, you
a
could
bit
keep
longer.
going, right.
Yeah, so I go home for about a month just
That's nice.
to chill, get my African taste back,
Yeah.
get some heat.
Oh, okay.
Because we have opposite seasons.
Oh, yeah,
when it's
right.
winter here, it's summer in Lesotho.
Right,
So I
that's
prefer to be that side. But when I go back home, there's always this feeling that it's like I don't belong here anymore. You know, everything it seems so slow. Like I can wake up at 6 a.m., I can walk around the whole town without any store open for me to buy a loaf of bread. That's how relaxed things are back there, you know. Their day starts at around 9. Even though they can say 8 a.m., they go inside the stores 8 a.m., start cleaning. A little late at 9, that's when their day starts. At around 4, 5, they claim, oh, we are so tired.
Yeah.
So it's kind of too slow for me.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
Well,
and
you're
then
young.
I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
You here?
My wife, no, I'm married in Lesotho, but my
Is she
wife
here?
is here, yes.
Do you have kids?
I have 2 kids. The other one born in Lesotho, the other one was born here on
I
Nantucket.
see.
But they are currently back in Lesotho right now.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Why?
I will say this to you. Nantucket is not a very easy place. In
Right.
terms of accommodation,
Right.
you know,
I know.
it's
ve-
a very big stress
Right.
to get good
It's
accommodation
very hard to
where
do
you
that.
can raise a family here.
I know.
So
So you had to send them home, and your parents are taking care of them.
I started from scratch, and I had to be on the employees housing, and on the employees housing you
know.
cannot bring kids, things like
Right.
those. So my parents are currently raising my kids, but we are getting in good shape, and they will be here soon.
Does your wife work here too?
No, she works somewhere else.
But he lets you live
Independently.
together, you and her,
Yes, we live together now.
with employee housing.
Yes, actually now, like I'm saying, we have better housing than when I first came here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now we have a full apartment to ourselves.
Oh, that's nice. But you
Yes.
must miss your kids.
Actually, my son, my firstborn, was born 3 months before I left the country.
Oh gosh.
Coming to the U.S. for the first time.
Man, I know a lot of foreigners do that to sacrifice those families, and then they go off and they work in these, countries where they can make the money and send it back home.
So it's quite a story.
That is quite a story.
It's just falling into place.
Let's get back further into the tea thing though.
Okay.
So Matt, you told Matt about it, obviously. Did you make him a batch? Is that how it all happened?
So it happened like 3 years ago. It was January. I just got back from Lesotho from my vacation, and I just started I opened a blog online and just started writing about my life, how I came to the US, the whole story. Just kept writing and writing and writing. So as I was sharing it online, people liked it. I would get like 2,000 people reading and kept saying, hey, we need to read more. So I kept writing until Matt Fee heard about it, that I was writing this thing online that people are reading. So I shared a link with him to read. That's where he saw the idea, what I was doing back home, because I came here but I never shared with them how my life used to be or my struggles getting here. So he had to read about it online on my blog. So he saw that I used to sell a drink back home, and he came to me the following day like, hey Mo, so I read your story last night and I saw this drink that you used to sell. Do you think you can still do that? I'm really interested in like tasting it.
Right.
I said, yeah, I can make it in my kitchen and bring you the following day. So I went back home, made a batch at home, and brought it here. He tasted it, he passed it around for other employees to taste. They tasted it and he said, you know what, this is really good. I think maybe we can put this into bottles and start bottling it. And I said to him, this drink is it's quite tricky because it doesn't last in the bottles. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to bottle it at some point back home, but it would go bad in about 4 days.
Okay.
He said, we can try. I don't have the technology, but I can talk to people who know about these things. Let's send a sample to so and so. So we started sending samples to the specialists who bottle drinks and stuff. And they came back, they said, you know what, this thing can be done, it can work.
What is it that it keeps it from, that preserves it? Is it the lemon juice that or not the lemon, the citric acid, the extra?
The only thing that I didn't realize is that it doesn't want plastic bottles. It needs glass.
You didn't realize that
that's
that's it?
That's it.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a taste of it, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
There's the pop.
Boy, that's good stuff.
It's really good.
You get a little sweetness, and then you get a bang at the back with the ginger.
Yeah, you get that bang.
But first it's sweet and watery and clean, and then it gives you a little bang.
Towards the end of your, you get that bang on your throat from the ginger.
Wow, that is good. Jamire.
Yes.
I said it right. Gosh, so what's going to happen? Are you going to become a millionaire? You think there's a chance? Do you have the rights to it?
There is a chance.
How's it going to work? Nobody else in the country has this?
Nobody in the country has this.
So if Pepsi comes to you or Coca-Cola says, we want to buy Jamire and we want Mohato's drink, you going to make a deal?
I don't know if I want to sell. I think I want to hold on to the rights for as long as I can.
I'm still young. Have the rights and you have them?
Yes. I'm still young and I think I still have a way to go.
We'll leave that up to you, and when the time is right, you'll know what to do. So how's Matt involved now? Is it a you guys are in partnership, obviously?
Yes. Matt Fee, since he already had his line of drinks, it was just easy to go under him and his company of Something Natural.
Yes.
Just to put this on as another flavor of Something Natural drinks.
It's great.
Yes.
So how's it selling?
It sells for $2 a bottle.
Do people like? I mean, I know I'd order it. I know I'd have it. If I come back for a sandwich, I'll be having that with it.
Of course. Thank you for
There's no doubt. I'm not just saying that either, because that is really good.
This is $2 a bottle. You can find it around the island at all the stores. Bartlett Farm, Stop and Shop, and all other restaurants, Hatches.
You can get it everywhere now.
It's all over the place.
So but you can buy it for $2 or...
You can come into Something Natural, get it for $2, get a muffin, just
not
sit down. We don't have scones
What
here,
about most scones, huh? I want to try those next.
Maybe I should bring the scones into Something Natural since they go...
Unbelievable, buddy.
They go well together. So we are going to be open until Stroll this year.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to come down for this, I will really appreciate it.
Of course. Well, listen, what a nice guy. I really enjoyed going for a ride with you.
Hey,
maybe one of these days I'll take my camera and we'll go to your country.
Roll into Lesotho.
Yeah. I travel all over the place.
That's a great idea.
I love to go with you.
Then you can get the whole background.
I want to see it all.
Who I am. Yeah. Where I came from.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll talk about that.
All right.
All right, you have a good day, buddy.
Have a good one.
All right,
Gino.
thank you.
Thanks again.
Yeah, that was fun.
Have a good day.
Yep.